It's insane, man. Who would have thought? Seriously, outside of the Colorado fan base. Who would have thought? A lot of people ain't gonna like this, and it's hard for people to believe, and I get it. But Colorado is a legit college football playoff contender. Another night, say it with me now, another primetime video. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope you're having a great start to your week. Hope you had a great Monday. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, we got to talk about not just one of the most interesting teams in all of college football, but one of the most interesting situations in all of college football, and that's the Colorado Buffaloes and what's going on with them. I said this in one of my recent reaction videos 2 weeks ago. Colorado isn't just competing for the Big 12 championship. They are competing for a college football playoff spot, believe it or not. Who would have thought those words would ever be coming out of my mouth before a season? I can tell you this much, not me. The Colorado Buffaloes are playing some insanely good football right now, and I don't think anybody in the nation wants to play this team, especially with Shedeur Sanders back there, the best quarterback in the nation, and Travis Hunter. This team has been nothing short of fantastic this season, and it's exciting because they still got a lot to play for. They've climbed all the way up to that 21 spot in the AP poll, and they got a very tough Texas Tech team this Saturday. This is not a preview video for that game. We will make that video, so be on the lookout for that. What we're going to talk about is this right here. Can Colorado make the playoffs? Is there a pathway for the Buffs? Well, let's take a look at it. If you pull up the Big 12 standings, at top, you got undefeated BYU. Tied for second, you got Iowa State at 4-1 and Colorado at 4-1. And this is what Colorado really needed. K-State to lose, and they did lose last week. Remember, Colorado's other loss this season was not a conference loss. That was to Nebraska. If Colorado drops in our game, unless some bizarre situation happens, they're not making the Big 12 championship game. They got to win out. So let's take a look at their schedule and see how likely that is. They only have 4 games left. Like we said, I got Texas Tech this weekend. That's going to be a tough one. The Red Raiders are pretty solid. After that, you got Utah. Utah has been terrible this year. They should win that one, and probably they'll be favored. After that, you got Kansas, similar to Utah, been terrible this year. They're 2-6. And last but not least, another terrible team, Oak State, 3-6. Fortunately for Colorado, I'm not going to say you got cupcakes, but your last 3 games are 3 teams that have been severely underwhelming this season. It's kind of funny because I think to start the year, Utah, Kansas, and Oak State were ranked inside top 25, and yeah, they may not even make a bowl game. Kind of crazy how that plays out, but yeah, I don't think it's some insane thing to say. If Colorado can beat Texas Tech, and they have a good shot winning that one, they're favored as to when I'm speaking and making this video, they have not just a good shot, but a great shot of running the table. And what were we just talking about? If Colorado does run the table, they're more than likely going to make the Big 12 championship. The other thing they would need to happen in these standings, as you can see, Iowa State is 4-1, tied for second, is Iowa State to lose. Let's pull up Iowa State's schedule and see their last 4 games. They play Kansas. Kansas is very bad this year. Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a solid ball club. Utah, not very good. Colorado, like we just talked about, they play Utah as well. And K-State at the end of the season. As where it stands right now, I'd say Colorado has a better chance of running the table than Iowa State, and that's great news if you're a Colorado fan. If I had to give you a percentage, I'd say Colorado's got about a 50, 55, 60% chance of running the table. And then, of course, if you get to the Big 12 championship game, that's not going to be enough. Colorado has to win it to get in. If Colorado had 1 loss in the Big 12 championship game, probably wouldn't hurt them too much, but since they already have 2, yeah, you're not going to be able to lose that and get into the playoff with 3, especially with where you're ranked right now. And I know some people are going to say, well, Matt, you're talking about where we're ranked right now. That's just in the AP poll, and the committee's probably going to have you around 20, 19, 18, something like that as well. You got to take this into account when you're evaluating this Colorado football team. They do not have a tough schedule. And that's the reason you have a great shot of running the table and making it into the playoff, because the Big 12 is not that good. I'm sure some of you may be wondering about this, and that's a great question. Well, Matt, if Colorado doesn't win the Big 12 championship, or they don't even make it there, is there a chance they can sneak in at a large spot? And no. And I want to say this before we go any farther and before I forget. The fact I'm even making this video over halfway through the season, it's insane, man. Who would have thought? Seriously, outside of the Colorado fan base. Who would have thought? A lot of people ain't going to like this, and it's hard for people to believe, and I get it. But Colorado is a legit college football playoff contender. And here's another thing. I know some people are going to say this. Well, even if they do win now, and even if they do win the Big 12 championship, it's not going to amount to a hill of beans, Matt. They're going to get knocked out in the first round. And like Lee Corso says, not so fast, my friend. When you get a team who has, in my humble opinion, the best player in the nation, Travis Hunter, and the best quarterback in the nation, Shedeur Sanders, That's how you pull upsets. That's the equivalent to having a Steph Curry in March Madness. Don't nobody want to play this Colorado team. I'm telling you right now, they have the talent. I'm talking about even in the trenches to compete and beat teams like Georgia, Texas, Oregon, anybody, you name it. There's not a team in the nation I feel like could just completely overpower Colorado. Look, I know last year it was bad and they got overpowered a lot, but that was last year, man. It's a new season. I also know some people are going to bring up the Nebraska game, and yeah, that was a bad look for Colorado, but that was early in the season as well. They're past that. I feel like we got to throw this in there too because it is important. College football, more importantly, just college in general and the NCAA, just everything. It's a huge business. And I want one of you to try to explain it to me. Feel free to write in the comment section if you got some time how putting Colorado in the playoff would be a bad thing for ratings. Dude, ratings would go through the roof. Could you imagine Coach Prime and the Buffaloes in the playoffs? It doesn't even matter who they play, but oh man, imagine Coach Prime versus, let's just say, Texas or Oregon, something like that. Whew, that'd be a heck of a matchup. And not just a heck of a matchup, but you're talking about how many viewers did the Alabama-Georgia game get? I think it was like 15, 20 million. Dude, any Colorado game in the playoff, I guarantee you'd get 20 million views. But going back to the focal point of the main question of this video, does Colorado have a chance of making the playoff? Can they make the playoff? Well, short answer is yes. Long answer is yes, but there's some things that's got to happen. But here's the best part about it. They control their own destiny. All you got to do is beat Texas Tech, and from there on out, you're going to be the favorite in the next 3 games, and you should win those. But as we know, it's college football. You don't always win the games you should win. And whoa, hold on. I've done a poor job of involving you guys. I ain't even asked you. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think about all this? Do you think Colorado's going to beat Texas Tech? Do you think they can run the table? Do you think they're going to go, let's just say, 3-1? Do you think they're going to go 2-2? Do they wet the bed, go 1-3? Do they lose out? Let me know. I'm curious. We saw how they finished last year. What was it, a 6-game losing streak? But I'll be the first to tell you, completely different team. And it also helps, too, they're playing in a way easier conference. And I didn't even think about this, but as we're saying right now, Colorado, like we talked about, they're 6-2. Let's just say, for the sake of this video, they go 3-1 these next 4 games. Guys, that is a 9-3 regular season. That would be incredible. But you also got to get the feeling and vibe that if Colorado has any chance of making the playoff, it's going to be this year, because next year, Shedeur Sanders is gone. And in college football, not just in college football, but in the NFL, college, middle school, Pee Wee, YMCA, Boys and Girls Club League, it don't matter what league you're playing in, you're only going to go as far as your quarterback can take you. So Colorado wants to make a playoff. They kind of need to win out and take care of business this year, because if not going to have a good chance in the years after. I'd tell you this much, though. Colorado could lose out from here on out, and I'd still say it was a success of a season. I said in year 2, if he can win 6 games, that should be the goal. And when I say he, I'm talking about Coach Prime, and he's already done that. Incredible job he's done, but hey, you don't want to stop here. You got to keep going. You got to keep striving for greatness. And I know Coach Prime and that entire Colorado team, they're going to do so. Many more things I could say. I do want to make this a short, simple, and sweet video. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts down below. But